Hello everyone, my name is Jacob Brost, and this summer I got the opportunity to work with Dr. Harlander and her lab group. Today I will be talking about ultrasound capabilities and common pectoralis injuries. So this was one of the many projects I had the privilege to work on this summer, and it was to analyze the ultrasound images of chicken pectoralis muscles. These measurements were a smaller part of a much larger research project studying pectoral and keelbone injuries. The pectoral muscle, or breast muscles as they are more commonly called, are divided into the pectoralis major and pectoralis minor. These can be seen in the center of the poster. These muscles are vital for flight, and they work to provide the powerful downstroke to create the lift necessary for a bird to fly. Through our research, we wanted to see the relationship between housing systems, keelbone fractures, and pectoralis injuries. We want to know how exactly housing systems affect the prevalence of keelbone fractures and how keelbone fractures affect the surrounding muscle. This was done by taking a sample of 60 hens living in a multi-tiered system and a sample of 60 hens living in a single-tiered system, then switching their housing systems so single-tiered hens moved to a multi-tiered system and vice versa. This allowed us to see any effect of the housing system on the frequency of keelbone fractures and any resulting pectoralis injuries. The keelbone is found between the left and the right pectoralis, acting as the attachment point for the muscles. There is significant evidence correlating keelbone fracture to pectoralis injuries. Seen as a fracture of any bone is bound to affect the surrounding muscle, this makes sense. Each chicken was individually x-rayed in order to observe any keelbone fracture. The chickens were then weighed and ultrasounded. Each bird was x-rayed, weighed, and ultrasounded at the beginning of research for a baseline measurement and every 2 weeks following the baseline. Each ultrasounding session involved the measurement of the left and the right pectorals using 2 ultrasounding methods. The 2 methods result in different images that are further used to measure muscle density. Measurement A is known as a transversal image, and measurement B a furcula image. After ultrasound imaging is completed, the muscle density of the pectoral minor and major must be measured using an image processing software. The measurements are collected into a master spreadsheet. A portion of this spreadsheet can be seen at the bottom, displaying the left and the right pectoralis minor and major depths. With all this data, a number of things are observable. Primarily, the relationship with an increased muscle growth in chickens moved to a multi-tiered housing system, and muscle atrophy in those moved to a single-tiered system. This research has supported the use of ultrasound in the poultry industry to evaluate housing systems and their relation to keelbone fracture and pectoralis injury. It is also important to note that ultrasound is capable of observing injuries to the pectoralis muscle, such as tears, strains, abrasions, contusions, and fluid infiltration, as well as an estimate on the severity of these injuries and the required healing time. The goal of processing this data is to further understand the larger effect housing systems have on animal welfare and to further promote the adoption of housing systems that keep animals safe and healthy. Thank you for your time and stay healthy. Hello everyone, my name is Jacob Brost, and